Hey guys, it's me, Greed here. I'm sick, which is cool. Anyway, hero bans are coming next season, and personally, many of you probably know, I don't like hero bans. I think they are a relatively cheesy way to deal with bad balance and bad hero design. Instead of actually fixing a problem, they just rely on the players to deal with it, which I think is lame. And then you might get a situation where you might only get 4 bans, but there's 5 annoying characters, and then you're always gonna play against someone annoying. And a lot of people are just gonna ban heroes that are like, for example, some people might just go, you know what, I really don't want a Mercy on my team, and so they'll ban Mercy, and then you'll lose the game because the enemy team is gonna run Kiriko and you just banned your Mercy main's only character. So it is what it is. There's a lot of problems with hero bans, but there's a lot of good with hero bans too. It means I don't have to play against Widowmaker anymore because I'll ban her every game. Well, hopefully she'll be banned every game. You never know. In the high ranks, she's probably not going to get banned every game, but she might. You never know. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about something in particular, and that would be the fact that regardless of the fact whether Widowmaker is the greatest character in the game or dog shit throw pick, she will be banned in every one of my games. I absolutely despise that character, and I think this goes to show that no matter what, I don't care what is meta. If we have a Junkrat meta, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm not banning him. I will ban Widowmaker. Widowmaker's the worst hero in the game. I'm gonna ban Widowmaker, and I'm pretty sure most people are gonna agree with me here. And hopefully, that will show Blizzard that we absolutely fucking despise this character. And that's probably not going to happen. They're probably just going to say, oh, look, we don't need to fix Widowmaker because she's banned all the time, therefore it's not a problem. That would be a classic Blizzard move, to be completely honest. But really, I'm just hoping that they'll see the heroes that are getting banned, which are likely going to be things like Kiriko, or whatever the fuck her name is. Widowmaker, Sojourn, Ashe, just like the usual dog shit that people don't enjoy playing against. I think hopefully Blizzard will see that those heroes are getting banned a lot and will go, wow, people don't like playing against those characters. Let's fix them. But instead, they'll likely just decide something dumb, like, because they are getting banned, we don't have to do anything about it, which, like I said, would be a classic Blizzard move. Another thing about hero bans is a lot of people, especially on the forums, I love the forums. I'm actually thinking about doing a game show on the forums. I thought that'd be fun. Like, I'd bring in Overwatch content creators, and then you'd have to decide if a forum post was real or fake. That was fun. I might do it, I might not, I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people on the forums have been talking about the fact that, especially a lot of people that say are anti-hero ban, which I personally am, and a lot of people are like, just learn to play one more hero. Totally valid, suggestion. There are more than one hero in the game, therefore if you have the ability to learn more than one, that would be good, and I agree. But look at it this way, I love playing DPS. That's my favorite role. However, there's only one DPS in the game that I really enjoy playing, and it's Genji. Sure, I don't mind playing Tracer or Soldier or things like that, but if I'm gonna play DPS, I want to be on Genji. What if he gets banned? Well, not a big deal, I'll just play him next game, but it's one of those things where maybe I want to get on and I want to play Genji. And then other people are going to be like, yeah, but clearly the lobby you're in don't want to play against that Genji, which is fine. But I think that's pretty dumb because Blizzard could just say, well, okay, well, people don't like playing against Genji for whatever reason it may be, even though that's a fucking dumb opinion. Like, there are so many worse characters in this game to go against. Complaining about Genji's unreal. But fair enough, if you don't like playing against Genji, you don't like playing against Genji. So maybe he gets banned, and then Blizzard goes, well, he's getting banned a lot. What's his pain point? What is annoying about Genji? And they're either going to do something unbelievably dumb and change him so he operates differently, or they're going to actually address what's really annoying about Genji. Which I don't know what the fuck that would be, but people complain about Genji all the time. Pivot point. We're not talking about fucking hero bans anymore. You know what I want to talk about for a second? Look back like 7-8 years ago, okay? 7-8 years ago, people on this game were chads. Oh yeah, we love Genji, Tracer, Winston, Ryan. Let's play a full dive comp. No one bitched or complained. It was sick, dude. Then, in today's day and age, every time I go on the forums, wah, Lucio does too much damage. He's killing you while I'm on Widowmaker. This hero needs to be removed from the game. Wah. Or like oh my god, Tracer, what a game-breaking character. Oh my goodness. I've been playing Mei for the past 2 years. Or people that complain about Genji. The forums are full of these new Overwatch 2 players that are not on. They just fucking rock my jive, my brother. Let me tell you. Because back in my day, those characters were respected. Hard to play, hard to get value out of, mechanically challenging. They required a lot of game sense and knowledge of the game, especially map knowledge, timing, all the game sense. It required a lot, okay? And therefore those heroes gained the respect they deserved. But now, as the years have gone on and people have gotten better at those characters and they're more used to playing them, as that's happened, I'm fucking yawning just thinking about it because it actually tilts the shit out of me. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna edit it out. People are gonna complain. I don't give a fuck. Right, but back then people loved those characters. But today, people just fucking whine and whine and whine about these heroes, and it's complete nonsense. It genuinely is. Think about how many times you can go on the forums and see people complaining about a perfectly reasonable hero. Like, people will just go on the forums and bitch about Genji being disgustingly OP, and they'll have been saying it for 8 years now. Or not 8 years, but you know what I mean. Maybe 5 years or something a bit more reasonable. That shit didn't exist back in my day, brother, because that character's been ass ever since. People actually, when they started playing the game, they were like, oh my god, this character is difficult to play. But you know what the fucking Junkrat player that started in Overwatch 2 thinks? He thinks, I've only ever played Junkrat and Roadhog, therefore Genji must be OP because he's killing me faster than I'm killing shit. Listen, it is what it is, right? People are gonna maul about whatever it is. I literally mauled almost every day on this channel. It's what I'm good at. I'm good at being a whiny crybaby. But it is what... Dude, look at that. Look at this fucking character. I just got slept behind her. What is that character? Anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. People have completely devolved. And instead of going, yeah, we want more characters like Lucio because he's so well designed and there's a lot of trade-offs in his kit and you can't just do everything. There's always something you're missing out on, which is good. So it requires more decision making, unlike a lot of characters where you can get into everything. Nice no-rag, by the way. This game's awful. You know what I'm saying? But today, you can go on the forums and people genuinely, no word of a lie, complain about Ana every day. They complain about Tracer and Genji every day. And they complain about all of the characters that actually require some semblance of skill. And there are just no complaints about Kiriko ever. They just actually don't exist on the forums. They do not exist on the forums. Sometimes, but they never get popular because no one ever reads them. Because everyone on the forums plays Kiriko. So it is what it is. I can kind of see why the majority of the player base... and genuinely speaking, this is true. The majority of the forum posters are support players. So it would make sense that they just bitch and complain about fucking everything, like me. But because they've got the most babied role in the entire game, and they want it to be even more babied. And respect. Respect on me. I would love if my game was easier too. But unfortunately, I'm not allowed that privilege. I unfortunately must play this character in Platinum for the rest of my life. By the way, I'm in Masters finally. In 6v6, it took fucking forever. I'm washed and terrible. I'm actually not washed and terrible, okay? Let me tell you. I'm dropping 60 a game in my lobbies, and it's just not enough. It's not enough. I've got all my 6v6 footage still, for all the footage I've played. Or I guess recorded. I've recorded all the games I've played. So every game I've ever played a 6v6, I have recorded. And I'm going to make a mega movie, probably, where I just combine all the games. And maybe I'll do some analysis for some of the games or something. I don't know. But it'll probably just be something where it's just like 3 hours of me complaining. Because that's usually what it is. But it is what it is. Anyway. Let's do a roundabout here. So we've just drove on to the roundabout. We have now done a full circle and we're getting off of the exit we came in on. We're going back to hero bans for a minute. Something I want to think about, or something I have been thinking about, that doesn't make any damn sense. Something I'm thinking about is, let's say you're a Genji one trick and your hero gets banned a lot. and you D-rank, right? Let's say you D-rank into gold. Do you just get to body slam all the gold players forever? Because anytime Genji gets banned, you lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that seems like it shouldn't happen. But then again, I'm fine with smurfing, so if it does happen, can't me, you know, honestly, ban Genji. Make me lose until I go to gold. Please. I'm already plat. Anyway. But yeah, I was just thinking, surely if you only play one character and your character gets banned, you'll throw the game for that game? And then eventually over time, you'll throw enough games, not on purpose, to the point where you'll be smurfing when you do get your hero. So then it'll be a situation where if you don't get your one trick, you lose. But if you do get your one trick, you slam the lobby. So, I don't know. That just doesn't seem like a good thing. And then people are just going to say, oh, just learn another hero. Just learn it. What if you don't want to? What if you only want to play Lucio? You know what I mean? What if you only want to play Lucio? And then he gets banned, and then you D-rank, and then you have to farm gold players for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? I think that sounds absolutely hilarious, and I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't think it'll be widespread. I don't think it'll be something where it's like half of one tricks are smurfing, not on purpose anymore. But it will definitely be a thing where like a GM Genji player is gonna get dropped into Masters eventually, and he's just gonna have to slam the Masters players when they don't ban Genji. That's quite silly. I hope that happens. That would be funny. Anyway, I hope listen, I don't like hero bans. Maybe I'll make a video going over why I don't like hero bans. I just generally think they're not very intriguing. I think they're a pretty bad excuse for game balance. And I get it, it's to mainly make it so players can choose what they like and dislike playing against, and then you can, if you don't like playing against it, you can just ban it. But again, I think that's just a bad way to play the game. I think you should be able to play any hero you want at any moment, and I like when players have more freedom. I like player freedom. I would instead just wish they, I don't know, rework the characters that are definitely going to get banned for the obvious reasons they'll get banned for. Anyway, this has been 12 minutes of literal nonsense, and don't worry, the video will be titled to display the fact that it's me just talking about literally random garbage for this whole time. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I'm sick still. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have a delicious hot chocolate, and I think you should have one too. Mwah. Have a good day, gamer. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye bye. Goodbye.